What a mess indeed. What was the mess? That's how you know it's been a week or so between recording videos in a series. When I come back and I have no clue what the mess is. If I'd been at that show, I would have demanded my money back. Your Honor, a man died. You wouldn't have demanded back due to the crime? Ah, I see. A defendant with a guilty conscience, it seems. Did I just walk right into a trap? In fact, was the defendant's nervousness apparent witness? Alas, surely you won't beg me. Explain, now. Curses, I must. She was clearly on edge. Nervous, furtive glances. Eyes to put it to the ground. And there we have it. Proof of the defendant's murderous intent. Ah, yes. Of course. Makes perfect sense. Order. Prosecution to the point. No, she doesn't. These all do sound like proof of a guilty conscience. Objection! The defense demands to cross-examine the witness. This is all pure speculation about Trucy's behavior. Someone else could have redrawn those chalk lines. Very well, you may proceed, defense. There's gotta be something else to this whole chaos business. Otherwise, I'm toast. Everything went wrong. Everything was going all wrong that night. That seems a bit broad. Define everything. What an exaggeration. Like, really? Like, I bet the temperature was fine. Actually, the temperature yesterday was scalding, and the AC was off. I tried. So, back to my question. Right. Things were bad. Is that not good enough? Your answer is sufficient, in my opinion. I'm actually more looking for specific... I agree with you, very good. Continue the testimony, witness. Push over. Yeah, easy for you to say when you're not the one being whipped. That's an interesting point that we need to cross-examine more. You put Brushel in charge of your recording booth. Like, you weren't worried about him. I don't know, spilling mint everywhere or something? Perhaps I could have made a better judgment, but he was just so interested in the show, you see. We offered him exclusive access as a reporter, and bada-bing, bada-boom. Uh-huh. He offered to help us out for free if we gave him the access, you see. Talk about desperate. Huh. Why was that? Our assistant left us a few days before the show. I was convinced we'd have to cut out that trick. After all, we didn't have the time to find a new assistant, nor could we afford a professional. When Truce's father offered to take on the position, well, how could I not make him a star? Mr. Wright was really the only option. We were in a tight position. Took what we could get. Okay. I could maybe understand the rest of what you're saying, but spy cameras, really? Actually, the smiley face on Boss's beanie was a camera. I know. I was the one who led the defense in that trial. Actually... So why are you even asking that question? I'm inclined to agree with the defendant's aid. The question is foolish. Alright guys, I get it. There was a camera in the beanie. I want to know how Castor knew about that. Very well. Answer the foolish question, witness. Truce told me about it. Trucy told you about it. Oh yes. She told me everything. What a poor, lonely girl. What? Like that day when she had her big date, only to find her father abroad and her two lawyer friends asleep. What? Hey now, All-Star. It was a tough trial that day, and we both had too much grape juice. Besides, I was the one who went with her to buy her dress. What? did it make it together? That's typical excuses. How about your weekend trip to the beach where she was left behind? What the hell is all this?
Objection!
Your Honor, this is clearly defamatory. I tend to agree. Well, I see your point, witness. Refrain from personal attacks. What is with all this? Where did this come from? Never, Your Honor. I simply wanted to give the court a glimpse into sweet Trucy's life. Her father so often abroad, and her 2 lawyer friends always working and leaving her behind. It is a miracle she has someone to listen to her teenage woes and ailments. I suppose I see where you're coming from. Good man. I always take time out of my day to listen to my granddaughter talk about her favorite direction. Her favorite direction. That one direction that she loves so much. Yes, how good it is to have someone to listen to the woes of a young child. I can't believe that. Really? We're doing this? Out of the blue? What the fuck is this? Where the fuck did this come from? Order in the court. I was saying, Trucy told me many things. One such thing was her father's cameras. Now I know to be sure that he was actually wearing them. Suspicions alone was enough to make him move his clothes as soon as he got to the theater. What is happening in this cross-examination to this story? Made him perform naked? No! He was offered a change of clothes. Plus, things were stored away safely. Wallet, keys, and whatever else. He was certainly not naked. Okay, so is this the stuff that we got from on Karma? Is this a big top of a trial? Or is it a turnabout big top of a trial? I'm not sure yet. Oh, this is bad. Huh? Can't you see? Just got villainized along with Boss, and a motive was given to Trucy for Trucy to boot. Well, yeah. We just got played. Malamente, amico. Have we considered the fact that this change was made at the last minute? Like, is that supposed to jive with the timeline that this change was made in the last minute? So, snap decision to make Nick the snap decision to kill her fucking dad. Von Karma must have coached him to bring up the spy cameras just as a way to bring this up. She knew he'd take the bait. This is a shitty motive. That's easily... I'm sorry, I don't like this. I guess it's the Von Karma way. Totally trashing our reputation. Does that answer your question, Mr. Justice? Yes, Your Honor. Okay. Ridiculous! How do you know that you weren't the one being nervous? And projecting onto her? This is slander! Sure, I was concerned about the fate of the show. I was most certainly not projecting onto Truce or any of my staff members, for that matter. Ah! Don't know how to counter them. Okay, well. I believe that this cross-examination is done. Not good, Apollo. Witness, you are dismissed. Thank you for your cooperation. I'm glad Trick Thunder could be of assistance to this court. Trucy? I would like to propose a simpler solution to the defendant's supposed nervousness. I think that she was nervous about the trick that she planned to take her father's life. No! Please! That's not true!
Objection!
And now, the defendant clearly shows her consciousness of her guilt.
Objection!
Not just cruel on Karma. He's hurting because she lost her father.
Objection!
Do not believe in mourning, Mon Called Justice. The evidence is cold and it is calculated. Cold and calculated, but full of nervousness. That's clearly a sign of how cold and calculating she is. Makes perfect sense. Perfect fucking sense. There was clear tension between the defendant and her father. Therein lies our motive. Dad, you're not around enough. I'm going to cut you in fucking half. Fuck you, Dad. There's an unquestionable opportunity and a lack of an alibi. And finally, a photograph of the defendant redrawing the chalk lines proves her method. It is as I have said all along. A perfect case. He's right. The girl must have done it. Wow, her case really is perfect, isn't it? He's clearly guilty. You've said it already. Oh my god. I'm mad. Order, order, order. Well, I sympathize with the defendant's plight. Prosecution's argument is solid. I seek to run the perfect trial, Your Honor. That is exactly what I am doing. End this trial immediately. Let justice run its course. Oh, here we go. Please! Patty, I didn't. Please, help! Should we be dealing with this right now, Apollo? Why are we sitting back and listening to this and letting this happen? The strain on our heart is palpable. Do something! You call this justice? Are you kidding me? Look at Trucy. Does she look like a murderer to you? Do you care about anyone but yourself? Silent fool, you don't know what you're talking about. I have no time for someone who would try to murder their own pop. Note how evil he is. Alright, you can even begin to comprehend what Trucy's feeling. Ugh. Good counter-argument. Don't just have time for this sort of bickering. Your Honor, please, I beg of you, let us do an emergency therapy session. Trucy needs it. Fate only allow it with the prosecution's permission. The case so strong as the defendant, I see little reason to prolong things further. Regardless of how I may personally feel. On karma. Please. I suppose I will allow it. I am skeptical of it that anything will come of it. Very well, this court finds it. Wait, really? Right, she took pity on us. Right, was it pity? Could that have really changed her mind so quickly? I mean, considering that is just... Sure, this is leading straight into a trap. Yes, of course. I don't like her motivation in this. I'm sorry, just doesn't feel right to me. You may begin your thing whenever you like, defense. You've seen this thing like... You've seen this thing like 3 or 4 or 5 times, Your Honor. Mood Matrix. Okay, we got to do this now. Oh, hey. Oh god, we're very... Alright. Oh shit, alright. I don't know why I was so nervous that night. Didn't mean for anyone to get hurt. She's very afraid. It was supposed to go perfectly fine. Just wanted to stop. Definitely overload on the sad emotion here. I'm going to probe what's causing this. I don't know. Okay. This is... What's causing overload? Alright, we can point here.
Got it!
False. This is what's causing Trucy's emotions to overload. No. Okay. Well, that was utterly pointless. think what I'm trying to point at here is the saw.
Got it!
I think I've got it. Well, do you want to speak, or shall we be standing here all day watching you foolishly grovel around? What's up, Apollo? I know what's causing the sadness overload. Is it, boss? I don't think so. I think her heart's strained is because of the saw. What? The saw? The fact that she thinks that she caused all this to happen. But she didn't. But she blames herself for it. I'm beginning to regret letting you two go on with your silly emotion toy. Listen, just let me talk to her. Analytical psychology is my specialty, after all. The floor is yours. Trucy, I want you to listen to me, okay? Okay. 9 years ago, I lost my mother. Do you remember? Yeah. Okay, I can get behind this. I can get behind this. You're pulling me back. At the time, Prosecutor Blackwell took the fall for that crime to protect me. All the evidence incriminated me. Even I thought I did it. Trucy, I know how you feel. If it had been for Mr. Wright, I wouldn't be here. I help too! My point, Trucy, is that no matter how dire the situation, no matter how much you blame yourself, things will turn around. Apollo and I both believe in you. Just as Mr. Wright believed in me. Wish it were that easy. Wait, I'm begging me a tissue this instant. Whoa. Wow, okay. Oh, thank you, Bailiff. A very touching speech, Miss Sykes. Apologies for the tissue. I got something in my eye. Thanks, Your Honor. As touching as this bonding moment has been, we are running a trial at the moment. You finished your therapy session. What now? You proved nothing. The prosecution has a point. Defense. Your Honor, the prosecution is contending that Trucy's nerves and motives reveal her intent. What? I don't believe that for a second. We need a testimony to find out what really got her so nervous. I'm scared of pushing her too hard. But first, Your Honor, you can do another therapy session. Okay. No, I'm done playing your silly games. It's time for the defendant to take responsibility for her emotions. Let there be no testimony. A testimony, no more therapy. The defendant will see this through to the end. There's still noise in her heart. If my cross-examination pushes her too hard. Don't worry, Athena Cykes is on the case. Your Honor, we accept this condition as long as the defense is allowed to keep the matrix on. Miss Von Karma, are you okay with whatever Miss Cykes just said? I suppose the prosecution has no objections to this. Then that is allowed, Miss Cykes. Whatever that means. Merci beaucoup, Your Honor. Athena. Fear not, Apollo. We'll have a very strong sense for emotions now. Okay, very good. Miss Wright, please tell us about your nervousness that night. An actual testimony. Not whatever that was. Well, hello. That's new. What's all that stuff on the screen? I really have to explain this? Oh, the Widget 2.0. Okay. Widget what? It's a new OS update for Widget. I've added some new features. You can combine his motion interface with cross-examinations now. I want you to both pinpoint and press at the same time. Alright. New gameplay mode element. Hopefully it's not just for one cross-examination. That's pretty cool, actually. Anakin... What? Alright. Alright, we've all the gameplay elements. Whack! And it can detect when your bracelet picks up on a tell. That's actually really handy. Designed it myself. I'm nothing if not useful, Apollo. It's like Windows 8, but heaps better. Did we just date the original origin of this trial? I think I was only 9 years old when that came out. Alright, testimony time. I'm the legal inheritor of the Gramarye Rights. That's why I was able to do this big show and do new tricks. just wanted to make sure I made money and helped the agency. That's why I was nervous. Things really were going badly that night, like Mr. Castor said. Before the show, Daddy came up to me, like he sometimes does, and said something weird and cryptic. It was weirdly quiet until they said, "I think you're ready to know the truth." That's all I can remember about the show that night. I wasn't nervous about the trick, I promise. Well, that means Daddy said something that made you mad. His anger popped up there. Oh, shut up. This testimony has been nothing but a foolish waste of our time. The one that clear that the defendant was nervous due to the murder. Yes, of course. That's perfectly clear. Very good. That's correlation.
Objection!
Shut up, Von Karma. For God's sake, what have we done to you? Regardless, the defense has a right to cross-examine the witness, and will be doing so. You tell her, Apollo. The defense is correct, Miss Von Karma. They may cross-examine the witness when ready. Very well. No matter how long it takes, this cross-examination will be futile. The defendant's nerves tell us one thing and one thing only. Her intentions for murder. Yes, of course. Thank you. Very good. Go get him, Tiger. Don't push it. Alright. Are you gonna make me choose every time? Whether I want to press or present? Or pin. Yeah, that's just red. What exactly makes you the legal inheritor of these rights? Well, that's probably because my dad was the legal inheritor. Right. So what exactly are the Gramarye Rights? Don't you already know the answer to that question? I just stated for the court record! Well, yeah, but for Von Karma and the judge. Because they care so much, right? Well, shut up. They would allow me to do the specialized tricks from the old Gramarye shows. Without them, all my tricks have to be original. What stops you from using the tricks without the rights, then? Like, who would still be alive to hold the copyright and sue you for using them? Legal action. Daddy had to sue a lot of people back in the day. What? Your dad was... He's referring to Zach Gramarye, Your Honor. Oh, right then. I was quite fond of the Gramarye stage shows as a child. So brother and I used to watch them together on the television. I have a hard time picturing little Franzi curled up in a blanket watching TV. Do you think she had a whip back then? I had a riding crop, actually. Correct. Tell me, on a scale of 1 to 10, how much does this hurt? Alright. 1! 11! How exactly are the tricks protected? The Gramaryes have a trademark on all the things in their show. Every trick is protected by copyright law. So, like, is there a nebulous Gramarye estate that would, Without the holder of the rights allowing you to use the tricks, it's against the law. So you're the right holder now, right? Yep. Alright, continue. Backstory established. That's actually really touching. Oh, Trucy, that's just so sweet of you. I think I might cry. I'm not make you whip you again, Your Honor. The defendant is trying to rouse emotion to the courtroom. Would you stop trying to defame Trucy, you big bully? Just because nobody ever loved you doesn't mean it's the same for the rest of them. Wow. Athena, you're going to get... Ow! 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 Please spare me! Keep that in mind next time your robot friend decides to make a snide comment. Don't look at me, look at Widget! You just keep testifying, Trucy, please. Oh, okay. So you noticed it too, huh? Yeah, I guess so. Mr. Castor was really up in arms about it, though. How so? Something about bad publicity and the theater looked bad. Figures. It was a ton of pressure, to say the least. I can imagine. Something similar once happened at my nephew's Christmas party. I was supposed to be Santa, but I forgot I was still wearing my judge's robes. Those poor children no longer believe in Santa Claus. I feel like there's more pressing tragedies afoot, Your Honor. Probably better if I don't press anything involving Mr. Wright. I can still pinpoint, though. Okay. That's a big sad. So we can't actually press this point. I believe you, Trucy. Mr. Kester said that you seemed nervous that night. Why would he say that? I don't know, Polly. Because I was fucking nervous. Trucy, it is important that you tell us the truth. Why are you acting like she isn't telling us the truth? I know she wasn't nervous about the trick. I think she was nervous about something. I see. I maintain my statement. The defense asserts that the witness was nervous about something other than that trick.
Objection!
I suppose you'll be backing up that statement with the evidence.
Objection!
Prosecution hasn't proven that the defendant wasn't nervous. Prosecution hasn't proven that the defendant was nervous about the trick either.
Objection!
What a foolish claim. Look at these dots I connected with silly string. This witness altered the chalk lines to ruin the trick. Of course she was nervous. You got a picture of her drawing chalk lines. That doesn't prove that she altered the chalk lines. Or in the court. It's alternate possibility, sustained. Yay. Alright, you live with your nonsense. Imagine this is going to be kind of complicated with all this stuff on the screen. Especially for an old man like you. I'm not an old man. Even though I don't get half this stuff. I'm sure you'll find something. Easy to say when you're not the one doing it. Keep in mind that the noise is down, though. She's likely back to concealing her emotions. Not that it hinders us, though. Anger. False. It's not anger. Alright, this motion is contradictory. It's taking one contradictory motion. You can which one? Your determination. What? My wounded pride. Why'd that put me back here? Although you do have surprise and sadness here. Is it surprise? False. Happy, happy. Hoping the agency think of dead. It's not surprise. Is it sad here?
Got it!
No. Oops. Let's pinpoint here.
Got it!
Their first one here, and they pinpoint something. You give us something to pinpoint. That's a lack of emotion, which is like a twist they threw in a few cases into Dual Destinies, I believe. Once you got used to the mood matrix. Weirdly quiet, suddenly said, "You're reading this as if it surprised you." Huh? Oh, I see. Because...
Objection!
So obviously this was meant to be played by someone who has played Dual Destinies. Enough with your foolish emotions, toy. This is a cross-examination.
Objection!
Yes, but it was you that let us keep the Matrix on, right? Yeah. Let's continue, Mr. Justice. All those words are keywords that describe surprise. Huh? You would think that, ergo, Trucy would feel a lot of surprise. But she, in fact, expressed no surprise whatsoever. That is pretty surprising. Trucy, you need to explain yourself. There's a reason. Daddy was acting weird, and therefore I suspected he was going to say something. Oh, okay. That makes sense to me. Me as well. Usually quite suspect that one of your lords is going to make a comment about my beard. I won't insult your beard in 1,000 years. The penalty would kill me. So is Trucy telling the truth now? I don't think so. Huh? The noise in her heart is down significantly. Don't worry, I've got this. Sure, everything else in this court might be stumped. I've got a secret weapon. What? Alright. Can we actually use the perceive button here? Alright, let's use the big perceive button. Can't actually use the perceive button. Oh, we have to press and then...
Gotcha!
Perceive. What? What's going on here? What? 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 I'm sorry, Trucy. You're lying to me. When you said Daddy was acting weirdly, you rubbed your... What? Did we just skip it? Rubbed your wrist. For some reason, you're hiding something from us. What? Alright. Speedrun tactics. Very well. Assume for a moment that I tolerate your shenanigans. Why then is the defendant so nervous? Why was she so nervous, huh? Any ideas? Maybe. Possibly. I wonder. Very well, Mr. Justice. Why is the defendant so nervous? What? Why is the defendant so nervous? Let's look at these answers here. Something in the evidence, something at the crime scene, something she already knew. Then it was nervous because of something she already knew. Something she already knew? Yes, Your Honor. But that doesn't make sense. If she already knew it, then why was she... Trucy knew what Mr. Wright was planning to tell her. It was something big. Something major. Just don't ask me what. Just don't ask me what. Well, what was it? Really, it's quite the big deal. I'm afraid that this is nothing but a foolish bluff. I'm reminiscent of his foolish mentor. Go to hell, Von Karma. Wow. Savage. Respect. That's enough of that. Now the court requests an answer for the defense. Trucy, you have to tell us what you knew. She's our... And he... Damn it. Completely clueless here. Trucy knew something. Something that made her nervous about Mr. Wright telling her. He's gonna tell her something. Something she already knew. I can't prove what she already knew. Maybe I can prove how she knew it. For some reason, Trucy was rubbing her wrist. Maybe if those two events are connected, then... Time is up, Mr. Justice. What did the defendant already know that made her so nervous? Okay, I thought so. Let's present a bracelet.
Take that!
This. Your bracelet. Yes, Your Honor. Are you seriously saying that this huge thing she already knew about was your bracelet? Trucy? Am I correct in assuming that when you knew, what you knew had something to do with me, the bracelet, and Lemoire? Yeah, but how did you... What is it? What's the connection? We're... Say it. We are siblings. And the war is our mother. Damn it. My head is killing me. Damn it. Oh, hi. Great job, Justice. First day on the older brother job, and you're already screwing up. Guessing nobody's gonna shout April Fools anytime soon? Polly. Apollo? That's my name, yep. Apollo, you big dummy, are you okay? Pardon? Just blacked out for half an hour. We were worried sick. Oh, sorry. This tension's so thick, I think I could cut it with my hair spikes. So, how is it? You know, being siblings and all. I don't know. And I guess I do kind of know, but not really, because it's not like I don't know. I feel kind of betrayed, I guess. Why's that? I mean, we've known each other for so long. And yet we've had that kept from us? Not blaming you, just... I don't know. You're saying I don't know a lot. If that was an emotion, I'd probably be how I'm feeling. You mean confusion? Oh, right. That is... yeah. Something like that. That's how she already knew about us being siblings, but bringing up Mr. Wright now... How long do we have a recess for? It's kind of complicated. Eh? One Karma just sort of stormed out of the room when you passed out. She wouldn't stop whipping furiously and trailing fool after fool after fool. We've brought you out here, and nobody's really talked to us for the past half hour, so... I see. I'm sure the media is having a field day right about now. It's attorney's air now, eh, stepson? And quote, blah, blah, blah. That's on Karma here to wit me. I may cry. Oh, I'm not sure that's better. Hi, Mom. Hi, Lamar. Mom? Lamar? Mr. Justice. Apollo. Trucy? I am sorry. It's, once, I'm not sure it's fine. I have something that I wish to tell you. Your family. Suppose I shouldn't hide things anymore. Hey, we just already found that. Apollo, you are my son. Trucy is my daughter. You are siblings. You! Oh, God. Excuse me? Is this what it takes to make you come forward to your daughter? Confession under oath? I do not mean to. Intention... Was she not enough for you? What? We should leave her alone when her own father has practically been left for dead? What did you expect from her? What is going on here? Get the hell out of my sight. What? Now! Hey, we're trying to pay. Do you have to do this right about now? Do you have to work out your own family issues on us, Apollo Justice? Eh? Me? We shall resume the trial as soon as you're ready. The fuck was that? Did that just happen? Seemed awfully mad for someone trying to send Trucy to prison. No kidding. She doesn't seem the type to be giving someone a speech on maternal duty. I think that's the angriest she's been today. Well, anyway, are you ready to head back in, Apollo? Is that what it takes for you to... Unless this was some elaborate plan. Unless this was some elaborate galaxy-brained 8-dimension plan to get Lamar to come out and testify on the behalf of Trucy by painting her nervousness as definitive proof of her guilt, and that whole mess was intentional. Honestly, if you go that route, that is, I can respect that, and I will retract all the complaints that I had in terms of character direction decisions from the start of this video. Ready as I'll ever be. This video has been a lot on many levels. Trial of Miss Trucy Wright is now back in session. For many people, are both sides fit to resume? The prosecution is prepared as always, Your Honor. Yes, Your Honor. Very good. If you need to take a break, I will allow Miss Cykes to substitute. Thank you, Your Honor. I'm fine. Excellent. Now, when we left off, we had just gone through some interesting revelations. These two revelations, as you call them, serve as only one thing for this court. After the motive. But I feel like she placed that extra emphasis on another, just to spite me. What is the basis for this claim, Miss Von Karma? It's quite simple, Your Honor. The victim hid this information from the defendant when she found out she got angry. Yes, that was clearly the emotion she was feeling that night, not nervousness. That's stupid! Which proves she already knew, too. Trucy isn't the type to get mad like that. You are a fool with a foolish argument that holds no more weight than my left glove. Type is not an argument in a court of law. But it is in fear of prosecuting. The evidence shows that an action was performed. Whether or not one's type is in accordance with said action is irrelevant. Your Honor, thoughts? I don't know what the fuck's going on anymore. I have to agree with the prosecution. A crime of passion is still a crime. Indeed, and the method was the shifting of the chalk line. Trucy Wright, as we saw in the photograph, had the opportunity to do so during rehearsal. Okay, never mind. So what was the point of your little fucking temper tantrum? In the lobby, then? Franziska, what the fuck? I think motive opportunity in the photograph as evidence a perfect case. See, this new information does not fundamentally alter the facts. Well, defense, has anything important changed for your case? There's one thing that doesn't sit right with me, Your Honor. Why now? What do you mean? Miss Wright was going to reveal the truth to Trucy. But why do it on that particular occasion? It was Trucy's big day. She would already be stressed. Doesn't make any sense. I'll admit that makes me curious. What do you think he was planning on telling Miss Wright right then? Do you have any idea? Maybe. I'm not 100% sure. There must be a reason. Reason why the truth about her parentage had to come then. Huh? Maybe it couldn't wait. He was impatient, he just felt like it. I feel like it couldn't wait. Maybe it couldn't wait. I feel like we're getting to the fact that Lamar was in the building. Huh? Maybe something or someone meant he had to tell her right then.
Objection!
You're wasting our time, Apollo Justice. Give us proof or let this trial end already.
Objection!
It will, Von Karma. Very well then. What proof do you have that Mr. Wright couldn't wait to share? Maybe some kind of evidence, or at least something I can suggest. Maybe. Something yesterday that was strange. Someone who knew something they shouldn't have. Maybe. Maybe the reason Mr. Wright was going to tell Trucy then. Brushell's file... said that there was he let a woman into the building. I think it's a safe bet. I don't honestly know who that was. But yep, 1% Lamar. Yesterday, during our investigation, Miss Cykes and I ran into someone. One very relevant to our investigation. Siren of the ballad herself, Lamar! Mr. Justice? I was suggesting the reason that Mr. Wright didn't tell Miss Wright the truth. Because her mother was going to be at the show? Yes, Your Honor. Our mother, technically, but I won't get pedantic. This is preposterous. Nothing but a foolish bluff. What? You're wrong, Von Karma. You can prove it. Okay, that one is a bit of a bluff, to be fair. Anyway, it's time to take with the court record, Justice. Can't just prove the possibility that Lamar was there. Gotta prove she was. Here's my proof that Lamar was at the theater. Russell's file suggests someone was let in, but it doesn't prove it was Lamar. Something else, like a photograph. Look at this photograph. Mr. Justice, you're suggesting that the reason that Mr. Wright didn't tell him this... Right.
Objection!
Alright.
Objection!
A photograph, huh? Well, the only real potential possibility is the photo of Trucy. What's to do with this photo?
Objection!
What sort of drivel is this? The only person in that photograph is the defendant. It is the decisive evidence that shall end this. Yes, decisive. So decisive. Very good. It's the only thing that proves it. It's your own incompetence, Mr. Justice. Shut up. No more words in my mouth. Evidence doesn't have to do with Von Karma, with Trucy per se, but with something else. But what else is there? Oh, weird loop. Let's photo the defendant, redrawing the chalk lines, plain and simple. He's grasping, Your Honor. That's right if you can't see it. So I can show you the evidence that Lamar was in the theater. Very minute detail. If you look at close to the seat, you can see a brooch. Who do you know that has a brooch like that? None other than Lamar.
Objection!
It is grasping. What? This is nothing short of baseless conjecture. What do you mean, Miss Von Karma? Why, it's the... Oh, and definitely threw off her momentum there. She's at a loss for words. The defendant must have been her brooch. It's hard to tell, but it could be either person's brooch. Mr. Justice? Would that have been Trucy's brooch? No. Enjoy that defendant's brooch. Really now, what makes you so sure? We know what her brooch looks like, and it ain't that. It's blue. It's on her cape. And plus she didn't have her cape. It was being dry cleaned. Recall Mr. Castor's very first testimony. Referring to her cape, he said it got stained. As vague as that is, the point is clear. Trucy wasn't wearing the cape at that stage.
Objection!
Very well then. That's not the only hole in your theory. Why did the defendant not know that Lamar was there? recall what we know about the theater. What was it you had me mark down, Your Honor? It's a dark lighting. Exactly. It was probably dark enough that Lamar wasn't even seen. During rehearsals. She was there during rehearsals, then. Then how did she get into the theater? The doors were locked. Easy. The one person who I can imagine would let her in, after all. We just showed two things, who and how. All the evidence I need. Who let Lamar in the building? It was, you. It was... you. Blue. Never mind, we can only use evidence. Here it is. What in the Sam Hill is that whole of papers you're holding? It's hard to explain. It was written by Spark Brushel, if you remember him, Your Honor. Oh, yeah. That little angry gangster. No, that's not close enough, Your Honor. Anyhow, as part of the show's crew. The defense is clearly grasping. But because he was there does not mean he let her in. Don't jump to conclusions, Miss Von Karma. You've been doing a lot of leaping this trial. You see, because being the exclusive reporter, he was not just there. Let's give you a detail-by-detail report of everything that went on at the dress rehearsal. It's all fine and dandy, Mr. Justice, but I don't see the point. What exactly did that have to do with your mother, Lamar? It's the first page in particular that piques my interest. Alright, it's someone special. Let her in the theater and have a nice chat with her about 20 minutes. Reason Mr. Wright was about to tell Trucy about her mother. Because her mother was going to be at the show.
Objection!
Only foolish, I refuse to accept this claim as remotely feasible to this court. Why should we buy your hopeless possibilities? It's all a mere distraction anyways. There's more concrete evidence to this than there is to that one photo being Trucy redrawing the chalk lines. You know the truth, Mr. Apollo Justice. You have seen the photograph. But is guilty of committing this heinous crime. Shut up! God! Oh yeah? If you're so confident, then why don't we call Brushel to the stand right here and now? Enough. Wait, let's fetch Mr. Brushel immediately and bring him here, post-haste. Spark here again on the scene. Occupation, reporter, XR. You want to testify, you fool of a reporter? Reporter feels victimized by angry lawyer, not paid enough for this shit, end quote. Hey. So, Brushel, did you let Lamar into the theater the night of the crime? Did I let who in now? Lamar. Lamir. You mean Thalassa? Who? Thalassa Gramarye, my good pal. Look, I got a photo of her right here. It's a valuable antique right there, see? Quite rare to find one these days that shows those beautiful bracelets off. One of my more prized possessions. I'm going to punch your teeth in. Bracelets? Could it be? She's stunning. We have that photo for the record, Mr. Brushel. Right not. Ordered that friend borrow photo once, got it back, can't stand to lose it now. End quote. Is that your only photo of her? Google image search, my dude. No, I've got another, see? That's for days in Troop Gramarye. No bracelets, but them's the breaks. Okay. To be concerned that Brushel just carries around 2 photos of my mother. Is one of these photos not Lamar? It was the last Gramarye I let into the theater, you see. Journalists shocked to discover that dead person actually arrived at the theater, end quote. So you let Lamar, Thalassa Gramarye, into the theater. As certain as I am that my teeth are pearly white as can be. I let her in around 4:30 because, you know, I thought she was in the show, being a magician and all. I guess at this point it's a given, but she really is Thalassa Gramarye. My bracelet. From her. Well, that certainly answered our question. Bailiff, please escort Mr. Brushel out and then fetch Lamar, or Thalassa Gramarye. Which is just his mother. Well, see, I'm not quite sure anymore. Are you sure you don't want me to testify? I'll make one big humdinger of a scoop. Get out. Any question intrepid reporter stares at his armpit scan and quote, get out. No, I think we're good. Get out and don't come back, you fucker. Witness, name, occupation, now. My name is Lamar, and I am a singer. We know of your deceit, Miss Thalassa Gramarye. How could you... But... Just because I'm... You have your reporter friend to thank for this new revelation. Local reporter ruins everything. End quote.